Hi, welcome to Nona's Here. I'm Nona, and today I am joining in the collaboration of Just Craft about Easter. I'm real excited to be joining in today, so let's get over to my craft table and I'll show you what I've been doing. DIY number 1. Most of my supplies today are from Dollar Tree, including this doily that I'm going to use. And there you see a big white painted bunny rabbit that I also got at Dollar Tree. The only thing that I didn't get at Dollar Tree is chalk paint and that Mod Podge, and I got that at Walmart. So the first thing I did was I put a coat of Mod Podge on that big white bunny, and then I laid the doily on top of it. And I'm Mod Podging on top of the doily to make it stick to the big white rabbit. Now I found that using the foam brush and trying to wipe the Mod Podge on was not really working because the doily was slipping around. So instead I was using the dabbing method, where I just took the Mod Podge on my foam brush and dabbed all over the doily onto the white rabbit. So I have it sitting on parchment paper and I've let it dry. However, there's some spots down at the bottom where the doily did not cover. So I cut out parts of the doily that were left over along the edges, and I attached those to the bottom curves of the bunny rabbit so it would all be covered by the doily, again using the dabbing method. And so when I got done, the whole white rabbit would be covered with the doily, and you wouldn't see where I attached it. So the doily didn't cover the entire rabbit. A little bit of the bottom was left uncovered. So I just used the edges of the doily to attach that to the bottom of the white rabbit. See there where some of it's not covered? All right, so now I've let it dry like overnight, and it's really, really dried onto that rabbit. So now I'm going to take my sharp scissors and I'm going to trim the doily off around the edge of the rabbit. So I'm taking those sharp scissors and I'm just trimming as close as I can get to the rabbit, trimming off the excess doily. I'm showing you how I'm trying to trim it off. Now I've got it all trimmed off as close as I can get it. And I had this in my stash. I don't know what it was from. It looked like it's something to go around your face as a nose. I'm going to use that as the tail. And then I have this real pretty ribbon that I got at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to make a bow to go around the rabbit's neck. Well, not around, but on the rabbit's neck. So there's the bow that I made, and there's the tail that I glued on. And now I have this display easel that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to set the bunny in there, and there's the bunny rabbit, all finished. Very simple. That's it. Before I get on to my next DIY project, I want to be sure and thank our hosts for today. They are DIY with Aurora and Lolly D's Creations. And our guest host, Miguelitos DIY. Guest host. I'm sorry, I'm sure I messed up that name. And CJ DIY guest host. Thanks so much for doing this collaboration and allowing me to join in. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Nona's Here, today would be a great day to do that. Just hit that subscribe button. You know it's free. The bell next to it and the word all, so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, if you enjoy my video, I would certainly appreciate a thumbs up like. It definitely helps my channel, and I love reading your comments. And when you go through that playlist and watch the other creators' videos, if you enjoyed their video, They would appreciate it if you would subscribe to their channel and give them a like too. Okay, let's get back to my craft table and I'll show you my next projects. DIY number 2. All right, for this one I have a large egg-shaped sign that was to go in the ground, but I broke off the long stick and I'm going to re-glue it to make it shorter. I'm going to re-glue it to the back. And I have some maize yellow chalk paint, Waverly chalk paint. And I have a small, well, it's a medium-sized clay pot that I'm going to dry brush with that yellow. And I have a piece of styrofoam that I'm going to stick into the clay pot. I have this little rabbit, wooden rabbit. I'm going to use the spackling to fill in the holes on the ears. And then I have these little purple feet, stick-on feet that I had. I'm going to paint the rabbit with the purple acrylic paint. And then I have some yellow Easter grass that I'm going to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the Easter egg with my maize chalk paint. And I'm going to get that all covered. I think I had to do 3 coats on it because the color from the original egg was pretty dark. So I did that, and then I took the maize and I just kind of dry brushed that clay pot a little bit to give it some color. And then I took the stick that I'm going to use in the back of the egg and I painted it yellow. And I also painted the back of the egg yellow. So now I'm going to take the bunny, and I've spackled the holes in the ear, and I'm going to paint the bunny with the purple acrylic paint. And then I have some lavender acrylic paint right there, and I'm going to kind of dry brush that over the purple just to give it a little bit more texture so it's not so flat looking. So I'm doing that. Then I'm going to take there's the egg, it's all painted front and back. And there's the yellow stick, and so I'm going to glue that on the back. So now I've painted the bunny, and I've taken a cotton ball to put on as a tail, and I've put those little purple paws on. So now I'm going to take my wood glue, and I'm going to glue the bunny onto the yellow egg. Just real simple. I'm going to glue it on there like that. Okay, then I'm going to stick. Well, I forgot to show you how I took the letters. So I had these letters and I put on Happy Easter across the top in curves. So I stuck the stick down into that styrofoam brick you saw. Then I took the yellow Easter grass and put it over all right, DIY number 3. This is a wreath. You're going to need 1 8-inch wreath ring. At Dollar Tree, they come in a set of 2, but you can separate them. They're just put together with the cardboard tag. You cut them across. You're going to need some Chanel stems. I call them pipe cleaners. It doesn't matter what color because you're not going to see them anyway. And I'm just using some that I had left over previously. See, I'm just using different colors. It doesn't matter. And you're going to need 6 rolls of this decorative mesh, which is 5 yards by 6 inches. And you're going to need 6 rolls. So the first thing you do, now I'm using the multicolor. You could make a wreath using, a single color, whatever you want to do. So you roll it out, and I'm going to make 8-inch pieces. So I'm going to cut a whole bunch of pieces by 8 inches. Now I'm using a cutting board. If you don't have a cutting board, just make 8-inch, 16-inch, 24-inch on your table, and then you can cut 3 at a time. So I'm measuring it out, and I'm going to use this rolling cutter that I have. If you don't have one, scissors will do just fine. So you're going to cut a whole bunch of 8-inch pieces, just like that, and just set them aside. So there's 8, and then I'm going to do another 8, and then I'm going to unroll it, and I'm going to do another 8, okay? And I'm going to take my chenille stems or my pipe cleaners, and I'm going to cut those in half. All right, so there I go. I'm starting my pile of 8-inch pieces. That's how you get started. And you do have to lay something down on the ends because it curls back up again. So, you know, this takes a little while, but it's very simple to do. Okay, so now I've cut a whole bunch of 8-inch pieces. 5 yards by 6 inches. All right, now I'm taking my chenille stems and I'm going to cut them in half. And that'll be plenty long enough. I'm going to cut a whole bunch at one time. Now I'm going to start to make my wreath. Now with the wreath, you're going to see that there are 3 rings around the wreath. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my one piece of the mesh and I'm going to roll it from edge to edge, from the short edge to the short edge. All right? Then I'm going to pinch it in the middle, just like that. I'm going to take one of the chenille stems, half, and I'm going to twist it around the middle a couple times tightly. Now, working on the ring, I'm going to work on the inside ring, and I'm going to consider the convex side of the ring, which is the part that sticks out, the rounded side, as the outside, and the concave side as the inside, the inner side. I'm going to stick the pipe cleaner from the front to the back, like that, on the inside ring. Only on the inside ring. And then I'm going to twist it real tightly around the inside ring. Now I'm going to start where the bridge is, okay, those ones that go down. The rings are separated into sections with the bridge, and I'm going to anchor the first one on the bridge. So now I have 2 on there. All right, see that bridge? All right, so now I'm going to do another one. I'm going to take my 8-inch piece of mesh. I'm going to roll it up small edge to small edge. It's a rectangle, so you're using the smaller end, rolling it up like that, pinching the middle, taking a chenille stem, wrapping it around the middle, twisting it a few times, now from the front to the back in the inside ring, I'm going to stick the chenille stems, one from the bottom and one through the middle of the ring, like that, through the bottom ring. And I'm going to twist it around the bottom ring, right next to the one that I did before. And I'm going to go around the entire wreath, putting those twisties on the inside ring. Okay, I'm going to now anchor that on that bridge. 1. And then you keep pushing them together, and you should get about 6 of those per section of the 8-inch wreath form. From bridge to bridge, you should get about 8. If it doesn't look full enough, put some more in. Okay. Once I get all of my mesh squares, I'm just anchoring it on that bridge. I'm anchoring it on that bridge. I'm going to go all around the inside ring. And once I get all the mesh squares on that inside ring, I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a minute. Okay, I'm still going. Squeeze it, twist it from the right side out to the back side. All right, once I get all of them through, now I'm going to do exactly the same thing, except I'm going to do it. Hold on, I'm going to fast forward here. All right, so I've now finished the whole inside ring. So now I'm ready to do the next step. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim off all those long chenille stems, okay? I'm going to shorten those all. So that's what it looks like finishing the inside ring. Now I'm ready to go on to step 2. And what I've done is I've cut up my mesh and I've rolled them all up, and I've put chenille stems around each one. I'm not going to do them one by one. I've prepared them all to go on the wreath form. All right. So now I'm going to take all of these that I've prepared, and I'm going to put them on the outside ring. Okay, the outside ring. Nothing's going to go on that middle ring. We've done the inside ring. Now we're going to do the outside ring. And we do it exactly the same way. We put the chenille stems from the front to the back around the outside ring, twist it tightly, and go on to the next. Making sure that it's full, all right? Again, about 5 or 6 from bridge to bridge. And we're going to anchor it on the bridge. Each first one we're going to anchor on the bridge. Then we push them together so we make it nice and full. If you can get 5 or 6 per bridge to bridge each section, that'll be great. If you can't, that's fine, as long as it's full. Turn your wreath over and make sure it's full. Push your mesh little bouquets, I'm going to call them now bouquets, okay? Because each one makes a little bouquet. Push your little bouquets together, making sure that the wreath is full. Then when you're all finished, all with the outside ring, go back and trim off your chenille stems in the back. All right, there's another little bouquet. So now I'm going around the outside ring. And this is what it's going to look like when you're all finished with both rings done. Then you push it all forward, push it all forward, push it through the middle, push the outside back, the back of the outside forward, push everything forward, turn it around, make sure it looks full, then go back and trim off those pipe cleaners, because you've got it all on really tightly. Okay, so now I'm going to take this pretty ribbon that I got at Dollar Tree, and I think I got it at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to make a little hanger, nothing fancy, okay? So I'm making a little hanger. That ribbon has the colors in it. So that's all I did there, is make a hanger. Now I always hang my stuff up and look at it for a couple days, and I decided it needed something else. So I had these little rabbits. So I took the rabbits, they have clips on them. I got them at Dollar Tree. And so I clipped rabbits on around the wreath, and I really think that kind of finished off the wreath. So that's how I made this wreath. All right, on to the final reveal. And thanks again to our hosts and guest hosts for doing this collaboration. Remember, subscribe, bell, all, thumbs up, like, and comment. Here we go to the final reveal. Tell me which one was your favorite in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. Final reveal. All right, the first one. Number 1 is the Easter Bunny with the big bow and the white doily. And the second one is the big Easter egg with the purple bunny on it that says Happy Easter in the clay pot with the yellow Easter grass. And the third one is the multi-colored deco mesh wreath with the Easter bunnies. All right. Thanks again to our hosts, and thanks for watching. I hope to see you again at Known As Here very soon. Bye.